Familiar faces are becoming familiar.
Yellow potatoes.
All right. For those of you who are new or have attended very infrequently, if you would like to grab a beverage, help yourself. It is St. Patty's Day. I understand. If it has to be green, it's okay if it's not green. And if you don't want a beverage, that's okay too. But just makes things a little more, and you can tolerate me a little bit easier.
Green Mountain Dew.
Yeah, green Mountain Dew. There you go. All right. I think we're going to get started. This meeting is on guarding. And guarding can encompass a lot of things. Block charge, obviously, is a huge proponent. Guarding is a huge proponent of figuring out the block charge. But guarding also at the top of the key, along the sideline or the end lines, establishing a legal guarding position really can determine what contact is allowable, what contact is on the defense, what contact is on the offense, the responsibility. But it all basically comes down to guarding. Was it a legal guarding position? Let's go ahead and pull up our first video. Okay, block on the play, points to the spot. I don't know why it points to the spot, but points to the spot where the foul occurred, has a block. I'm going to play it fast again, and then I'm going to ask your opinion. We'll play it slow. What do you guys think?
I got nothing.
Block, charge, nothing. Those are.
I got nothing.
We got 1-0.
I got a block.
Got a block.
I got a block because it looks like he might have stuck his left leg out. Of course.
Okay, couple blocks. Let's go back and check it out. Does he have a legal guarding position here?
Yes.
What do we need to establish a legal guarding position?
2 feet on the ground facing the defender.
Right. 2 feet on the ground, which he has. Torso facing his opponent, which he has. So what happens after? Where does the contact? Who initiates the contact here?
Offense.
Offense.
Oh, yeah.
Who continues to initiate the contact here?
Offense.
The offense is trying to force their way through a legal defender. Now, Ken, I heard you say something about his legs got out a little. Okay, I can maybe see that. You saying, all right, maybe his leg is out, a little. I kind of get that. But where did the contact initiate? Why was there contact at all on this play?
It's with his arm and his torso.
Because that offensive player thinks he can go wherever he wants because he has the ball. And he got and he stepped out of bounds.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was speaking over you.
No, I just looks like now there's a lot of they can go either way depending on how you're looking at it, but it looks like the offensive player is going along the sideline and the defender is not is not in that line. The defender is 3 feet onto the court. So I mean, if he was going directly into the defender, now again, there's an arm there and you could call that, but if he were going directly into the defender's torso, that'd be one thing, but he's going along that sideline.
Did the defender move toward his opponent?
No.
At any point, did he move toward his opponent?
No. It's going backwards.
Backwards, laterally. I don't see anything toward the opponent. Let's go back to something you said. Let me move back a little bit. What do you guys think? And I know we can't see his feet exact, but you can kind of see how far is it from the defender to the sideline? How many feet?
3 feet, 2 feet.
Two and a half. 2.5.
Okay, so 3 feet or less. Would you say 3 feet or less?
Yeah.
Yep.
So the rule states, I don't have it right in front of me, but if an offensive player attempts to go into a space between a defender and a sideline or an end line that is 3 feet or less, the greater responsibility is on the offensive player. Doesn't mean the defender can do whatever he wants, but when there's contact, it primarily falls on the offensive player because there is nowhere for that offensive player to go. All right, so can we agree that that was either a no call? I probably wouldn't have a no call, or an offensive play, offensive. I mean, that's a hard call to make. Hard call. And everyone expects a block. But the defender didn't do anything wrong. I don't think. All right. Same game. Watch this one. Does he have a legal guarding position?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Moves obliquely, doesn't he not?
hmm
Does he move toward the opponent? No, the dribbler is the one who moves into the defender.
Yeah.
It's slight, it's marginal, but the contact was caused by the dribbler. This cannot be a block. This could be a no call. I think this is very easily a no call.
Yep.
It didn't affect the play. It didn't really affect the dribbler. Looks like he kind of flopped a little, gave out a little fake, like, oh, put his head back. That's not a block.
Nope.
I think that's nothing. What do you guys think?
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
Nothing.
All right. Where'd you guys, you see it? Up, let me play it again. Fast. Okay, no call on the play. What is this, a foul? Is this a good no call? Anyone?
On the shooter?
Good no call.
No call. That's nothing.
Does he have a
Yeah.
legal guarding position?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, he does, because he has 2 feet on the floor and his torso is facing his opponent. All right, top of the key, which, by the way, that's the initial matchup that we're looking for. He drives into the lane, and which way, now that he turns, do you have to continue to face your opponent?
Yeah.
No.
No. Once you've established a legal guarding position, you no longer, to maintain that position, you no longer need to face your opponent. You can completely turn your back to that opponent. Now, that's not what happens here, but he opens up his stance, but he's still legal, right? He's maintaining the guarding position that he's established. Which way can he move?
Backwards, laterally, obliquely,
Which way can he not move?
forward.
He cannot move toward his opponent. Does he move toward his opponent?
Nope.
Looks to me like he moves laterally. All right. Now they've gotten to this point, and they both kind of stop for the most part. Is he allowed to jump in the air?
Yes.
If he jumps in the air, that's a foul, right? If there's contact?
No.
No, of course not. He's allowed to jump within his own vertical space, which he does here, I think, pretty well. His arm comes down a little. Now, maybe he hit him on the arm with his arm. You can make a case for that. But taking the arm out, he jumps straight up in the air. Yes?
Yep.
There's definitely contact, is there not?
Yes.
A little bit.
But that contact is not warranted, at least not a blocking foul. We're not going to call a player control foul on that, right? Because he's coming in and the offensive initiates it. We can pass on that. I think that is an excellent case of allowing the player to move down the lane. There's contact as the dribbler moves in to shoot the ball. He jumps in the air, and we still got nothing. I think that is an excellent, excellent no call. What do you guys think?
Agree.
Agree.
Okay. I hope they get harder. Easy ones so far. I'm not going to diagram them all out either, so hopefully near the end, we can see it without all the lines and circles. Okay, we got a blocking foul on the end line. What do you guys think? Here it is fast again.
Josh, John from New York City chiming in. This is a play that happens a lot. If you don't get to the second defender quick, you're going to blow this call every time.
So what do you have on this play?
This was legal. This defender's legal. If he gets his head off of the dribbler because he's beat, there it is right there.
He's legal.
That's a legal guarding position, yes?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
I think your point is, as the lead, hard to see that secondary defender come in and get, was he there in time or not, right? Because you're following the ball. Let me move back. You're following the ball from here.
As soon as 32 is on his hip, you got to find the secondary defender, or you're going to
Agreed.
kick this play every time.
That's right.
But who can help? Well, I guess you can't help if the lead is going to. So that's a good point. You gotta look forward. Now, you can't take your eye off the ball, right? Because 32 could reach in. He could shove him. The offensive player, I can't see his number, may shove the guy out of the way. So we have to watch that. But we can still look from our peripheral. We can still kind of look beyond the play while watching the play. The secondary defender's coming in, right?
Right.
We have to be aware of that secondary defender. All right, so he has a legal guarding position right here, right?
Yep.
And as you can see, the dribbler is still, he's not airborne, right? He's got that foot on the ground. Do we see that foot? Because we do need to be aware as to whether or not the shooter or the ball handler has gone airborne or not, because then that changes the stipulations. But he's not airborne, so he is there first when the contact happens. Now, that's either an offensive foul or nothing. Do we agree? I don't think that's a block.
No, it's not a block.
Trail's got to help out with that primary defender that got beat.
Yeah, but again, kind of to the point I made earlier, based on what you had said, it's hard, even though you can help your partner out to get something, you can't help your partner out to not blow their whistle,
Right.
right?
And I was looking for that as well, and it looked like the trail was going to be stacked. There were a few other people in his way.
So yeah, we can come in and say, oh yeah, I got that. But if your partner blows it or, gets it right or wrong, but you can't stop them from getting it. So,
Yeah, because that was a quick preliminary signal he had too.
all right, next play.
Moot boarding.
What do you guys think?
Ugh.
The defender is kind of laughing like, are you kidding me? Did you see
Right.
that?
Yeah, I got a charge.
Does he have a legal guarding position?
Right
Yeah.
there.
He
Yes.
sure does. All right. So now he's in maintain mode, right? Where does he move? Does he ever
Hopefully
move
he-
toward his opponent?
No.
He's maintaining. Who causes the contact?
Offense.
Offense.
That's an offensive foul.
Yep.
I don't suggest we call nothing on that one. I suppose you could, but that's an off. That's not a block. That kid did not do anything wrong. He slid. And I know these are ones that officials get wrong all the time because they are constantly, I don't know if they're not looking or it's just a play that we're just used to. That's a block. I see a block on TV. I see a block on the NCAA. I see a block. That's what I always call. And so it's a block, but it's not a block because we have to know whether the defender is legal, even if they're moving kind of laterally, even if they're moving, they say, well, the dribbler is changing his path because he's going this way. Yes, but I'm also changing my path as I'm maintaining my legal guarding position. So if the contact happens in the shoulder, you can make an argument that the dribbler is in this path now and he moved into him. Yeah, because he hit him in the shoulder. I could see that. But when the contact happens here in the torso, very hard to say he's now moved into my path before, he got there before I did. Does everyone make sense of what I just said there? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'd love to see that again, Josh, because
Right.
I don't mean to be argumentative at all. I just know that, as we're being trained down here, it just looked like he caught his wing with his leg. And that mean, were their head and shoulders passed? There was not direct hit. It didn't look like the defender stayed in front of him.
Where does the contact happen?
Looks like it's in his left leg.
It looks like it's in the middle, his torso to me, right in his chest.
Right in the hips, I think. Let's take a look.
Yeah, he's by him.
Now,
On his side.
I see what you're
Okay.
saying, Ken. The leg is there. There's some contact on the leg, but look where the torso of the dribbler is contacting.
Right in his.
He, again, is trying to force his way through. And I'm not saying he's just trying to go through the defender. Looks like he's trying to kind of go around. But if someone is there, he has to make a better attempt to go around. He didn't fall because the leg was out. I don't think. That looks like torso on torso, hips on torso.
Yeah.
I see head and shoulders past him, but I mean, again, it's camera angle, it's interpretation. So I respect your perspective on it. I just see a leg sticking out there.
All right. Well, head and shoulders, I do not see. Head and shoulder, maybe. Right. But he's got to get, and I know this is semantics, but he's got to get shoulders. Why does he have to get shoulders both past? Because if you just get one past, then look, the whole rest of his body is not past him. I'm not saying you have to get your whole body past. What I'm saying is the spirit and intent of that rule is if your head and shoulders is past your defender, for the most part, you've passed your defender. I don't think he's passed anything here. That doesn't make this an easy call. That doesn't mean you call a charge and you're not going to get yelled at. You probably will because everyone in the gym thinks that's a block. I just think, and we don't have to start with those hard ones, but we have to train our brain to watch the defender. I think too many of us are watching the ball handler, and as he comes through and now there's contact and, oh, all right, block, right? Because we don't really know what happened because we didn't really watch the defender. That's kind of what I'm trying to say, at least.
That's true.
All right, let's find another one. Let's see. This one's similar, I think.
Gallop Stubbs across the timeline far side. Stubbs zigzags into the lane. He might shoot and does. He's fouled. Wow, that was quick.
Pushing foul by the
Yeah.
official calls a pushing foul. This is not similar to the last one, but
across the timeline far side. Stubbs zigzags into the lane. He might shoot and does. He's fouled. Wow, that was quick. That's the ticket.
what do you guys think? Does he have a legal guarding position?
Yep.
Definitely established a legal guarding position. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so we're starting in a good spot. As the play continues, he's moving which way? Obliquely, right?
Yep.
Does he ever move toward his defender?
Not yet.
No,
Okay.
At the
All right,
very
all right,
end.
that's fair. Did it look like he ever moved toward his defender?
Nope.
no.
Even at the end, where does it look like he's going? I don't even really see, like, you know, sometimes they like to hip him at the end. And if the official on the lead, if that's what he got, he's the only one who's going to see that because we don't have an angle for that, right? So that's possible that's what happened. But since we don't see that, it looks as though he's just simply going alongside. The shooter throws the ball up and falls down because he was kind of throwing it up, right?
Yeah.
Was he shooting the ball or was he just throwing it up?
Let's see it again.
This
And
is
the
what
offensive
happens when the
player
wrong
gets-
guy is blowing the whistle.
Yeah. The offensive player
He
gets
has his
past the
drive all the
defender.
way. The L is not even completely pinched because he's not even in the picture.
I can't see the C either.
The C is
What?
not in good position either. He's
What?
way too
Gallup
high.
steps across the timeline far side. Stubbs.
All right, so the lead is thinking about coming over, right? But then sees the play coming his way on a drive, so he doesn't rotate. The lead, the center is a little too high. He should be continuing to move down,
Yeah. It's too
and the
high.
trail should be moving down as well. The trail stops. Now, the contact happens and it goes in, so he stops because you want to freeze to get the play. So I get that. But we should be moving to our spot a little bit quicker because all the play happens. So I think everyone's position is okay. Could it be better? Yes, of course it could be better.
I think
It's
the
a
C has a
transit-
good look at this play, actually.
It's a
From where he is.
transition play, so everyone's moving from the backcourt into the front court. Still. I don't know. I have nothing on this play. I
Yeah.
don't think this is a block.
No. I'm passing on that.
Now, if there is contact, it would have to be a block because he does get his head and shoulders past him. He does get all the look. I think that's a pretty good angle. He does get past him. So if there is contact, the greater responsibility is on the defender once you get your head and shoulders past. Correct?
How about
Yes.
the knee, Josh? Right
Yes.
there, left knee, right there, what you got frozen. It could be contact, but like you said, we don't
Possible.
we don't have the angle.
Yes, possible.
I think he's
I
got him running under.
there
He's
might
got
be
him running under the shooter.
some hip action that we can't see from that angle, right? That caused him to go down. And for those of you that are on the calls month in and month out, I'm not questioning the official and his call that he made. We used to do, or we've had some videos where I've had two different angles, and like one way it looks like nothing, the other way you're like, oh, definitely it's a foul. So the angle that you have can definitely give you something that you don't normally see. But from what we're looking at, if that leg isn't there, if the hip isn't there, the kid just because the kid falls down doesn't mean that there was contact. Unless you see it with your eyes, don't just blow your whistle and say, I got a foul because he fell down and I better have something. I don't agree with that philosophy. Some guys do. If there's bodies on the floor, you got to have a whistle. Not necessarily. Maybe more often than not, you will have a foul, but you better know why you're blowing your whistle and not, yeah, I think it was probably. I don't think that's good enough. Here's one that's not. The rest I don't really have marked up, but they're good ones to watch and review. So let's see if we can figure this out with all the drawings. I'm going to play it fast again before we play it slow. What do you guys think?
Good.
Foul, no foul. There was no foul on the play, no whistle on the play.
I think it's a decent no call.
Good
No foul.
Good no call.
Is there a legal guarding position?
2 feet, yes.
Yes.
Is the ball handler still grounded?
Yes.
Who got to that spot first?
The defender.
Okay. Is there contact?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Is it enough to call an offensive foul?
No.
It's not a block, right? Because we've already established he has a legal guarding position, right? So it can't be a block. So is it a no call or is it offensive?
No call.
I think had that defender held his ground and got run through, we'd have a charge. But since he backed up, I think we're safe.
I agree. The defender didn't really take all the brunt of it, which I don't blame him. But it allows us to let basketball play on because nobody was really put in an advantage or a disadvantage. Marginal contact, but that's what we're getting paid for, to rule on contact. We're not ruling on no contact. We're ruling on contact. Now, contact happened. Got it. What are we going to do? Are we going to blow our whistle? Are we not going to blow our whistle? Are we okay? We're going to blow our whistle. Great. Who are we going to blow our whistle on? Is it going to be the offense or is it going to be the defense? I mean, that's the process that you go through. So,
I lost my.
all right. All right. I laugh at this because every time I see the official and the coach wants something and it looks like the official's like, I don't know.
Josh, that's you.
That is me. What do you guys think?
I got nothing.
Was the coach right? Should that have been a foul?
No, but if I was the
there's a
coach, I'd still be asking for it too. So
Well,
Yeah. Because there's significant impacts on RSBQ.
You
there.
could have called something.
Yeah.
Was that you, Ken, who said that?
Yeah.
I think that should have been a foul. That wasn't marginal contact. He bumped him. Now, he didn't lose control of the ball and no harm, no foul. I get that. But look at that. He totally moved him like a foot and a half. I think that's a foul.
Oh, why the hell didn't you call it?
Well, let's see. He goes, what? That's a foul. And the official goes, yeah, I guess. I semi remember this game. I was passing on it because I don't like those fouls. I don't like them. He played on, he can pass. Nothing really happened. But then when the coach was like, I'm like, yeah, you're right. He hit him pretty hard. I should have blown my whistle. So sometimes you get that point. You want them to play. You want to allow some context so these kids aren't asking for a foul every time. But sometimes when we do pass because we want that, we should have got it. I think that's when we should have got. So yeah, I messed that up. Luckily, the coach was a good coach. He moved past it. We both moved past it, and we could continue on. But if he had lost that ball, that's an easy boot. Even if you come in 2 seconds late, he lost it. I got it. Foul. Right?
Right.
So we can always pass. Yes, maybe we should have got that. But since he kept it, okay, I think we're okay. I didn't really have much to say to the coach because he was right, but nothing bad happened. Are these all too easy? That's why you guys don't have anything to say. I thought that one wasn't too easy. Block foul. As you saw the official signal, block foul. Here it is again. What do we think? Before I play it slow, what do you got? What did you guys see?
Looks at the end, he reaches in.
Okay, but he didn't call a reach. He called a block foul.
Yeah, it looked like he went for an easy signal because there may have been a foul there, but there's no body block.
How about out there? Did you see it with the slow play?
Yeah.
Did it look like there was any contact at all?
Did he call it on 22?
That I don't know.
The only contact that I really saw was the red player at the very end extend his arm out during the shot there. You can see kind of right there as he's approaching his hip.
But
Yeah,
I don't
no.
even think that the offensive player is pushing there. I really don't. I think that was more of a, he's coming in hot. He's a little off balance himself. He wants to get that shot up. There's no foul on 22. Do we agree 22s? There's definitely nothing.
No,
Yeah.
no, he's not even
Jumping
near him.
straight up,
Right.
doing fine.
I think this is an ugly looking play. And the official said, I'm getting in a foul here.
Yeah.
Now, let me give you some context. This was also my game. A lot of these are my games, obviously. It was a 30-point runner. Do we call a foul then? The team that was losing by 30 was the red team. I'm still not calling that.
No,
I don't think there was enough, in my opinion, from the video angle, enough to even say, okay, I'll give you that little one. I didn't see any contact, really.
No, it just looked weird.
It was a weird, kind of an ugly, awkward play. Doesn't mean we should blow our whistle. Here's another very common blocking foul that we see a lot. Top of the key, dribbler kind of, he's being guarded, right? And then there's contact because the defender is too slow. But did it look like he moved toward the opponent?
No,
Yes.
Yeah.
Think so?
to me it did.
Looked like he maintained a line from my perspective.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to do this as slow as I can. It looks like he's going laterally to what he is moving. He's going laterally to his opponent. Doesn't look like he's moving toward. The reason there's contact is the offensive player continues forward,
Yeah.
but the defender is just moving laterally.
Yep.
I think this contact, which is probably just about as much contact as there was on the play that I said should have been a foul, I think this is nothing.
Yeah, that could have been a no call, but definitely not a block.
Because again, yes, there was contact. Yes, the defender was moving, which we know the defender can move. Yes, there was even a little bump, which caused an effect on the RBSQ, but nothing really happened because of it. Yes, there was a bump and he recovered. And if there was no whistle there, he would have probably just driven again around his defender or tried to drive around him. So I think if you just have a patient whistle, just wait a second. And I know guys don't like to hear, oh, that was late. Who cares if someone says that your foul is late? If you have a foul, you can call it late. That doesn't mean wait 5 seconds and then call it, right? They're all down on the other end. Well, come on back. I decided I want to call. But if you're a second late, that's good because you want to see, I saw the contact. I saw the play start, it developed, and now I want to see how it finishes. Because if it finishes, at least in boys basketball, boys want to play through that contact. They don't care about a foul. They want 2 points. That's what they want. Now, at the top of the key, it's not a 2-point situation, but if you allow that contact to happen, you are setting the flow and the style of the game to, we're not going to call every time you get bumped. We're not going to call it. Doesn't mean that we get it right every time, as I showed you in my last clip. All right. So you guys think that was a good no call, possibly?
Yes.
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 All right. This is a good one, I think.
You don't watch your athletic study? I do. I want my athletic study hall, but not at the expense of my after school. I will do anything for it.
Out of bounds was the call. All right. I'm going to play it fast again before we zoom in and watch it. Tell me what you think.
You don't watch your athletic study? I do. I want my athletic study hall, but not at the expense of my after school. I will do anything for it. I will do
Good no call because the defender's legal and the offensive player made an effort to avoid contact by
I s-
moving left.
Okay, we have a player who is now faking a foul here.
Right, we got to flop.
Okay, I'm not saying give him a technical foul. That's not why I'm saying that using that verbiage, but he flopped. He was trying to get a foul and no, he didn't get it.
And he is not now in legal guarding position.
Is he in a legal guarding position?
No.
Ken said no. Do we agree?
Yeah.
Lying on the ground is not a legal guarding position.
Never.
That doesn't mean any contact that happens on him is going to be a foul. That's not what it means. But if something happens because he's on the ground, causes contact, and creates an advantage or a disadvantage, this kid now is trying to avoid stepping on this kid. He might have been able to catch that ball from going out if he wasn't on the ground. Do we agree?
Yes.
Agreed.
So him lying on the ground now, maybe there wasn't any contact. It's hard to see here, but it looks like he kind of maybe he might have jumped over him. So maybe it's nothing. If he jumps over him, I guess you can't call a foul on avoiding contact, can we?
Nope.
I know we're second guessing and slow-mo in this thing, but he couldn't bring his feet underneath him because there was a body in the way.
Correct, but
And
was
so his
there
torso got out
contact?
in front of him, and that's what caused him to go down.
Correct, but was there contact?
To keep his feet back, that's a good question. It's tough to tell.
So again, I agree with you that the disadvantage was definitely gained, or he gave him a disadvantage because he was there, because he didn't want to step on him. The poor kid was, maybe he didn't want to turn his ankle, maybe he didn't want to hurt the kid. I don't know. But because of that is the reason he lost the ball. Now, if there was no contact, hard to call a foul because, what do we say? If you set a screen and there's no contact, you can't say, well, he meant to contact him, right? There's got to be contact. So again, I don't know exactly what happened there, but let's just say, I'll play it again. Let's just say there was contact. His leg kind of hit the body on the ground. Are you calling a foul or are you calling out of bounds?
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Josh, is that you?
Contact right there. Contact caused him to fall and go out of bounds. I'm calling a foul. Obviously, I didn't call a foul in this game.
Right.
Yeah.
But when I went back, as I'm reviewing it with you and watched it, I said to myself, that's a foul. Now, again, I truly don't remember this that well. And maybe there wasn't contact. Maybe that's why I went out of bounds, because I was watching, I saw he didn't trip over him. He just avoided him. So that isn't out of bounds. So we have to be able to know, was there contact, even if he's trying to avoid it and it caused him to. If he avoided it, almost shame on you as an offensive player for not knowing caused some contact. But, if there isn't any, I don't think you can call a foul on that kid. Do we agree with the ball? I know I'm saying both sides, but do you hear the distinction between the two?
Would you like to see them put in the college rule, the flop signal one warning and then technical? I think it would be a good rule.
Yes, very much. I would like to see that. Very much. And someone said to me once, or maybe I read it on Facebook, we don't need that. We already have it. It's called faking being fouled. Yeah, the college rule had it too, and nobody called it. If you introduce verbiage that says flopping, you get a warning and then it's a technical foul, officials will start saying, wonderful, and they'll start enforcing it, just like the running out of bounds. Remember, no one ever called that? It's still not called very often, but it's easier to call. Or the swinging of the elbows used to be a technical foul. Nobody ever called that. So they changed it. So my point is, give them a warning. Hey, and now everyone on the floor in the high school games knows, at least that official, if not the whole crew, they're going to enforce flopping tonight. Now they've been warned. Everybody knows. Next one is not even oh, are you kidding me? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, I hope they take it. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I'm just saying it helps them know we see it. We know you're not getting hit.
Yeah. Plus it gives us the signal.
Yeah.
So they can all know, and I use it at the high school level, and I know we're not supposed to, but I want everyone to know I saw that. I'm not an idiot. I'm not thinking that there was nothing. He flopped. So it gives you that signal to let everybody know, yeah, I got it.
Be easier to manage that signal than a shot clock.
Well, shot clock's coming first.
You guys don't have a shot clock?
No,
We're still talking about it. Okay, blocking foul. Got to block. I'm going to play it fast again real quick. Block on the play.
yeah,
Taking leg.
What do you think?
Back.
Leg whipped him.
leg. Yeah, leg.
Ken, this is where you need to speak up.
I did, chicken leg.
Chicken leg.
The
Good one.
contact happened on the leg, which is sticking way outside the frame of the body. That is a block. That is a good call by the official. Everybody saw that, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Those are hard calls to make too, because coaches go, "Are you really?" You know, or on a screen when they trip over the leg, and they're really. He was just standing there. Yeah, but you can't stand with your leg out. So it's a good call. It takes a lot of courage to make that call. Did you guys see at the end, they went to the floor?
Yeah.
Official kind of goes, come on. Let me play it again. Does anybody see anything that needs a whistle?
Maybe that ward off arm.
Yeah,
What, 25 committed an offensive foul in the post.
right there,
Right about when right before he gets the ball, right
right there.
there.
So you have an offensive foul.
If
I
anything,
see
Okay,
a
hold-
couple guys battling. I don't see a foul there.
I think that Black, though, now seeing.
What
it
about
again,
here?
He embellished a little bit.
Is Black attempting to hold White?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you call that,
Let's
you
go.
gotta-
Let's go. Okay. Now who's trying to hold who? Looks like Black is still trying to hold White.
Yeah, there's a hook going on.
White is definitely
Yeah.
trying to ward off, but it's going both ways here.
Yeah, true.
I think Black's also trying to sell this little call.
Yeah.
I don't know who said that. It looks like two guys battling.
yeah, if anything, you could call a double foul. Stop that garbage.
That's possible. And I'm not saying that is part of basketball. Let them battle. I'm not saying that at all. It looked kind of ugly, but it didn't look like there was really one over the other. Who was instigating? Were they both? You want to go double foul on that? I think that's probably the best solution. Because then you say you're both at fault. I don't have to determine who did what first. You keep going at each other. You won't stop. Boom, both of you. You guys agree with that, or what do you
I
think?
agree.
Yeah.
If you've got a whistle, that'd be it.
And if you get that, I don't know when that was in the game, but if you get that, you're setting the tone. We're not putting up with this. So I think a whistle probably was warranted there, but I think it should have been on both of them.
Yes.
Block on the foul. I'm going to play it fast again. Not the best angle that we have, but block is the call. What do we think? Yes?
Good
No?
one, yeah.
You all agree?
Yeah.
Looks like Red's taking his left hip A to B into the shooter.
Where is Red now?
Yeah.
Let's see. Does he have a legal guarding position on this player?
Yeah,
Is his torso facing his opponent?
no.
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 No, so
No.
he does not have a legal guarding position. Does he ever get it? Maybe here as he's coming to him, but it looks like he continues forward.
That's a foul.
Continues
Right there
forward.
with the body.
Yep. And when he hits him with the body, he was moving forward and toward the opponent the whole time. His arms are straight up.
That's a good foul call.
But his
He's all the way out on the end line by the time he
can't be a
stops.
foul. His arms are straight up.
I got him with a good one, Josh.
Definitely down with the body there.
Coach 101.
And again, it's not that he got him with the body. It's that when the contact happened, he was moving toward his opponent, right? Because lots of contact happens in the body, and we have to determine legal or not legal. Well, it's not just because contact happens in the body doesn't make it a foul, right? But he was moving toward his opponent and then bumped him off his shooting path and created a disadvantage. All right, 2 more. And then I promise I'll be done. Block call. Marginal contact, I think. Block call. What do you think?
I can't tell with my angle.
I can't see.
Before I play it slow, did anybody see, or do we need the slow down version?
I
Yeah,
can't.
he's an airborne shooter and he's still moving forward into him. I think that's a good call.
All right. Where is he?
There.
Can't tell when he's airborne. Okay. So to be fair, we cannot tell. It looks like he's probably still there. It looks like he got there first before he went airborne. Do we agree? Right around there, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not close. It's definitely close, but let's just say he's legal. Okay. Then he goes airborne, but watch what he does.
That's a foul.
See how he then says, "Oh, he's not going to hit me. I better move over a little bit."
Yeah, that's a foul.
That is a very slight contact, but that is a foul. That slight contact was a intentional movement to cause contact. And by causing the contact, it did knock the kid's legs and he kind of fell, and maybe it cost him. I think the ball went in, but that's a foul. Do we all see a foul there?
Yes.
Yes.
And I know
Yes.
most of you know, I hate it when guys say, well, he's slightly this and he's slightly that. I hate slightly because basketball, there's a lot of slightly and we got to pass on it. But sometimes slightly is important. And that was slightly, but it was slightly intentionally slightly, right? So I know. All right. Last one. And then maybe I'll just show a quick block charge from the state tournament because someone wanted to see that. Sounds a little off, but we have a block foul on this call, okay? I don't have them zoomed in and slowed down. I'm going to go back and show you, but we shot the free throws. The exact next play on down the court. Another foul. Does anyone like either of those fouls?
No.
Is that a foul there?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be, but
It could be.
But for the most part, they're just running. He jumped up in his own space, a little bit of contact, ball went in. I think that's nothing. Do we agree?
I'll say, yeah, that would have been clean.
I think we should pass on that. But here's the reason I'm playing this. Because he didn't pass on that.
Mm-hmm.
So the very next play, I'm not saying we may have makeup calls, right? But the very next play down, a very similar play with similar marginal contact, then that better be a foul because you just called the exact same thing on the other end. This is why coaches get upset. Not because you call a foul that was marginal, but because you called it for them, but you didn't call it for me.
Yeah, you got to call. You're going to call it there. You got to call it there.
It's hard because I am not trying to say you make a bad call on one end, make a bad call on the other. Not what I'm saying at all, because yes, we make mistakes. We can move past them. But like I said, I'm passing on that first contact, but it technically by rule was a foul, right? Maybe again, depending on angle, maybe it wasn't, but there was contact. Boop, he got a foul. Okay. But that same level of threshold that you have for a foul and contact then needs to move on to the next play, because you can't all of a sudden say, well, I'm just going to be a foul there, not foul there. And then again, say, no, foul again. Right? You can't keep moving the bar of your threshold of contact. You have to try and keep it consistent. Now you can move it maybe from quarter to quarter to quarter. If say it's getting a little out of control and you tighten it up, that's okay. Or the game is spreading in the score and you kind of loosen it up, that's okay. But try to keep it as consistent as you can, because the players and the coaches can't adjust to the officiating if the officiating keeps adjusting. Right?
Right, correct.
All right. All right, bonus clip.
And Monticello
There it is.
are filling this place. Gajewski, he goes strong. And
Hey,
it'll be a
block foul is
blocking
called.
foul.
Block foul. What do you guys think? I'm going to play it fast again real quick.
Not on first
And
play.
Monticello are filling this place. Gajewski, he goes strong and it'll be a blocking foul.
He sold it though.
He sold it, but was it a block?
No.
No.
Right here. Is he legal?
He's legal.
Yes.
And now he's
Kudos
gonna
to-
move
Kudos to
obliquely.
C for being in great position.
He sure is legal. The contact, this is where a lot of officials get fooled, shall I say? I don't know if that's the word I want to use, but where does the contact happen? Can you see?
He's
Shoulder.
too low and he's straight lined.
Okay, well, yes, that's true. But let's look at this play. I know we can't see great, but it looks like the shooter turns his body slightly to make up the layup, and then the contact happens on the shoulder, on the side. Maybe he put his arm down and it was all arm and it was a block, but it looks like he hit him in the shoulder, right?
Or he hit him with his hips.
When contact happens on the side, all of a sudden, we as officials, generally speaking, go, that's got to be a block because a charge happens right here, right? But the shoulders are all part. So even if you just wing a guy and I've got a legal guarding position, that's still a player control foul because I'm legal all in my shoulders. So just because it's barely here, I'm just saying when it happens, it makes it extremely difficult, not just for us to determine whether it's block or charge, but everybody in the gym thinks that's a block too, because he didn't hit him like that, right? Everyone knows that's a charge. So, all right. What'd you guys think? We kind of went through a whole bunch of clips.
Very
And
good.
they're all fairly similar, but they're all a little different. Did it help? Did you guys know all the info already? It's just good to see play after play after play after play. And by the end of the night, you say, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I can see that easily now because you just watched 20 clips in a row where you can determine that the kid was legal. That's the purpose of these meetings, for those of you that don't know. Just to see plays so we can get them right. So when we do see it, the next time you're on the court and you see it, you're like, I just saw that play 20 times. I know exactly. I got it. And you get it right.
And we really appreciate it, Josh. It just, those are very unpopular calls because they don't know the rules.
You're going to get yelled at almost no matter what you call. I think you get yelled at less when you call a block, which I think psychologically is also why a lot of guys call block. They don't do it on purpose. I think subconsciously they say, boop, oh, block. Yeah, because that's going to be the easiest path through the game. Do we have any questions? Thanks for stopping in for an hour of your day during the NCAA March Madness. For those of you that were out drinking green beer, thanks for stopping in and giving me an hour of your time. I'm just hoping it's helpful. So if we continue to do this through the off season, by the time November hits and the next season is, you guys are going to be on top of it and ready to go. So that's the plan. So keep coming all through the summer. We're doing this every month.
Hey, Josh, do we know when next meeting is?
Oh, yes. So let's see. Next meeting. Let me pull it up real quick. It's a Thursday, as it always is. Third Thursday of the month, April 21st, 7 o'clock Central Time. Start, develop, finish.
Oh, that's good. That'll be good.
So we're going to watch a lot of different kinds of plays and talk about start, develop, finish. Should we blow a whistle? Shouldn't we? Why? You know, what happened when it happened? What happened after? Kind of, we talked a little bit about it today, but it's just a little bit more, not a higher level, but just let's look at it from a different perspective. How can we not, when we officiate games, this is my opinion, obviously, we need to find reasons to not blow our whistle. Finding reasons to blow your whistle is easy, right? Contact happens, boop, got it. But someone told me a long time ago, and this is totally true, good officials and great officials are separated by no calls. When you don't blow your whistle on contact, assuming you didn't blow it in a proper way, that separates you because you know, yeah, there was contact. Yes, by rule, that's a foul, but that's nothing. So that's what next month will be. Did I mention to go on YouTube, like and subscribe?
Yeah.
Find someone. I know you all are subscribers already. Find someone who isn't. Bring them along. All right, guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Josh.
Hey, thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Later, guys.